As former President Trump's back in D.C. for the first time since he left office, the Washington Post now reporting his actions are under investigation as part of the Justice Department's criminal probe of January 6th and the push to overturn the 2020 election, citing 4 people familiar with the matter. An administration official familiar with the investigation confirms to NBC News this morning that the Justice Department has been asking questions about Mr. Trump's actions leading up to January 6th. But the official stresses that does not mean it has opened a criminal investigation into the former president. The Post says DOJ investigators also have phone records of key people in Mr. Trump's orbit, including his former chief of staff, Mark Meadows, 2 sources say. The Justice Department not commenting, and an attorney for Meadows also declining to comment to the Post about the investigation. The paper says prosecutors are interviewing witnesses, including 2 top aides to former Vice President Mike Pence, in front of a grand jury, questioning them on their conversations with Mr. Trump about efforts to replace certified electors with Trump allies. Attorney General Merrick Garland, in a new exclusive interview with Lester Holt, asked about the consequences of possibly charging the former president with a crime.
Look, we pursue justice without fear or favor. We intend to hold anyone who was criminally responsible for the events surrounding January 6th, for any attempt to interfere with the lawful transfer of power from one administration to another, accountable.
It comes as a divided Republican Party looks ahead to the next election, with both Mr. Trump and his former Vice President Mike Pence delivering dueling speeches in Washington Tuesday. The one-time running mates signaling they could be rivals come 2024.
We may just have to do it again.
The former president speaking just about a mile from the Capitol, where his supporters led a violent attack on January 6th. Mr. Trump lashing out at the January 6th hearings that have exposed his push to stay in power after his election loss.
It is a horrible, horrible thing.
Pence, for his part, suggesting Mr. Trump's fixation on relitigating 2020 will set Republicans back in 24.
I don't know that the president and I differ on issues, but we may differ on focus.
All right, Hallie, I want to go back to the Justice Department investigating former President Trump's actions. What do the questions they're asking tell us about any possible crimes they may be looking into?
So, I spoke with a legal expert familiar with how the DOJ works overnight, Tom, and the Post is reporting, too, based on 2 sources. There are kind of 2 tracks here in this investigation when you look at the criminal piece of it. One is potentially conspiracy to basically interfere with the proceedings of Congress during the electoral vote count. We've already seen some charges on that as it relates to, for example, some of the rioters who were there. The other, possibly fraud, right, for the so-called fake elector scheme. The Post is reporting that those are the areas where there may be additional scrutiny on former President Trump. A lot of questions about where this investigation goes from here. We see a lot on the Capitol Hill side publicly as it relates to the January 6th committee hearings and the Select Committee investigation, Tom. The DOJ investigation, much more of a black box, which is why this revelation this morning is significant.
All right, Hallie Jackson with a lot of new reporting this morning. Hallie, thank you.
Hey, thanks for watching our YouTube channel. Find your favorite recipes, celebrity interviews, uplifting stories, shop our favorite deals, and so much more with the Today app. Download it now.